guys, it's your girl Fee with the Fee's Talk Time. So, I just want to touch bases. Oh, shoot. So, I just want to touch bases with y'all, right? And I really want to talk about manifestation. Like, the art of manifestation is basically how you bring your life and your visions and goals and your dreams to life. It starts with being in tune with yourself and one with nature and the universe. Keeping yourself balanced and your mind peaceful and being in control of your thoughts and actions and emotions as well. Keeping your vibrations high, learning about yourself, what makes you you, and creating a powerful and peaceful environment in life for yourself and your family, like an overall healthy life and a healthy upbringing for your children. But mainly overall for yourself, it's the power of intention in bringing the things you intend for yourself alive. Ways that you find, basically the ways that I incorporate manifestation in my life, I meditate. Now, that's just one way. Now, meditation, there are so many different ways and options that you can take and that, that you could do that are different types of meditation for you. Like, it's not, you don't have to just sit, I'm sorry. You don't have to sit Indian foot, and, eyes closed and all of that. If that's not for you, that's not for you. There's water meditation, pillow meditation, there's shower meditation, there's a whole lot of different ways that you can meditate. You can meditate, with a full-on altar like some people do. Like, that's what I'm trying to get to. That's the level I'm trying to get to, with my intention bowls and my crystals and my candles, incense, things like that. I do some of that now, like with my incense and like my oils and things like that. So I'm getting there, and I've journaled, like I write all my prayers out, I write all my goals out, my intentions, everything like that, my feelings, my emotions, all of those things, because we as people, when we get mad or sad and stuff like that, not saying that it's not a good thing to basically, I'm not saying that it's not good for you to bring them out, because you definitely should. That's definitely something that you need to do, for sure. But what I mean by that mostly is that it's good to write all of your feelings out. That way you're not particularly saying the wrong things that you don't want to say to your to your significant other or your friends or even the person that you're actually mad at. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when we get mad, we overthink some things, and sometimes it could be more. We could be making it more than what it is. Not saying that your feelings and your emotions and how you feel about things aren't valid, because they are. I also did the 3-6-9 method. That's where you can either pick one goal, you can pick 2, 3, however many you want. When in the morning you write it 3 times, in your journal you write it 3 times. In the afternoon you write it 6 times. Before you go to bed you write it again 9 times. Pray about those things. Keep them alive. Pray. That's a big thing. I changed my diet and I detoxed my body and from certain foods and drinks that we shouldn't drink. I have incorporated exercising again and yoga. I speak daily affirmations to myself. Sometimes I forget. I'm not gonna sit here and say that that you don't sometimes stumble or backstep or make mistakes when you're on a journey. It's your journey. You know what I mean? Everything is up to you. There's nothing wrong with anything. It's you. It's part of your story. It's a part of what makes you you. So, you know what I mean? Like, I try to maintain a positive energy and a vibe, and just a positive attitude, even when I'm not feeling the best. Like, listen, I'm not in that peachy good, I'm gonna give you good advice mood, but I still do. I definitely still do. As long as you have a goal in mind for what you want in life, or where you see yourself and the things that you want to accomplish, you're good. That's all that matters. Cutting ties with toxic people and setting healthy boundaries also that's super important. That's definitely super important. And sometimes being selfish, a little selfish to your needs and your wants is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're a person that gives and gives and gives, there's nothing wrong with that either. But you also need time to decompress. You need time to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with telling somebody no, that you don't want to do something. If they're mad because you don't want to do it, or because you got other obligations that you don't want to, you can't, or you don't want to do it, then they're not meant for you. Because at the end of the day, everybody has things that they got going on. But it's all about the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes people can't make the time that they want to make, or that you feel like they should make. I'm wrestling with that myself. So it's never a time where you may or may not feel like it's too much. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it definitely can be like that. And, loving on yourself and taking the time to appreciate who you are as a person, that matters. Everybody's journey is different. Nobody has to do the same things as another person. Everybody's at different parts of their journey. Some people are beginners, some are fluent, some are experienced, and some are intermediate. And some barely has even, touched the surface of what any of that is. There are loads and tons of other ways and tips and, chants, intention spells and prayers and routines that you can do for the manifestation that you want, what you want in your life. But you also gotta believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing, is believing in you. Believing in who you are and what you want for yourself is always the most important. And you sometimes, look, it's gonna get lonely. It might get lonely, when you start looking at yourself and start taking accountability for things, and really start looking at the people in your circle and all of that type of stuff, like who's really there for you, who's really not, who has the right intentions, who don't have the right intentions. All of those things come into play. And it's going to get a little lonely when you start realizing your worth and what you bring to the table with people. Relationships, friendships, family, all of that. Jobs. There's nothing wrong with that. If everybody had the same mind frame and the same point of views and everybody agreed the same, it would be boring, with the exception of having common sense, though. That should have been given in a golden and a crucial part of a person. But we all know that not everybody have that. But what I'm saying is, basically, open your mind. You got to open your mind, your body, and your soul to become your truly high vibrational self. You know what I mean? Go ahead, write that book. Write that poem, write that script. Sign up for that art. For that art festival. Draw, write that. Do that painting, and take that photo. Do what you need to do to make you, or to get to, or to basically put you at the next step for yourself. Definitely, do what works for you. You know what I mean? Write that script. Do that audition for that movie or the show. You gotta show your great talents you were given and you were blessed with, because your highest level of yourself inside and out. Believe me, when you start to see those things accumulate and become what you vision for yourself, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. Because I started getting back in tune with myself, last year into this year. So I'm new, but I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm in between, definitely in between, and starting back here, starting back up, and all that stuff. It's all for a reason. It's all for a purpose. Like, sometimes, you're gonna get to a place where everything, I don't know, you just randomly feel like everything is wrong. Like, what is going on? Why do I feel so lonely all of a sudden? And you really just start looking at things that need to be changed. And there's a reason for that. And there's usually a lesson in that. And when you find what that lesson is, then you're going to be okay. And when you conquer that lesson, you're definitely going to be okay. It's just, you're going to have doubters, you're going to have people that don't believe in what you're doing, or, naysayers, negative, Nancy people. You're going to have them out there. You're going to have non-supporters. You're going to have, but most importantly, it's going to be a lot of real, genuine love supporters out here that's going to be all for your journey and all for you. And sorry to say, but a lot of times it's going to be people that you don't even know that's going to be, cheering for you the most, or wanting to see you do better, And it's really, it's nothing wrong with any of those things. It's just more so on the scale of just learning who you are, what you want. And, not letting people walk over you or tell you what you're going to do with your life. Or, basically make up your life for you. That's not what we're doing. We taking back control of our own lives and what we want, and what we're going to do is what we're going to do. What I'm happy with doing is what I'm going to do. What works for you don't gotta work for me. What works for me don't gotta work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You might have different outlooks and different goals than your friends. There's nothing wrong with that either. Y'all might, you might want to be, you're on the path of, you want to travel and you want to do this and you want to do that. But they don't. And that's okay. All of that is okay. But just manifestation is it's empowering, it's humbling, it's a situation. It's definitely a situation that I don't see no problem with. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode.